Cole, obviously, big ball game because it's the next ball game. I mean, kind of stepping out of SEC play, how do you kind of see the matchup this week?
I think it's a really good matchup for us. I think they play really hard. I think they like to hit. I think they're going to come in here with a chip on their shoulder trying to beat us. So we got to be prepared for that. We got to have our minds ready to play on Saturday.
Will said too, a lot of three-man fronts and very similar. Coach Arnett kind of said the same thing. They're kind of similar to what you guys have seen from the Bulldog defense. How does that help you a little bit? I mean, kind of practicing against this same alignment much of the time.
I think that's really big for us, especially getting to see their tendencies and their keys as a defense. As you said, they do a lot of similar things to our defense, so that's going to be really big for us getting prepared and knowing where they're going to be and what they're going to do before they do it. So that can be really big for us if we lock in.
How much more accustomed do you think the offensive line is getting with the running schemes? Obviously, last year you only had a few running plays and the schemes are pretty similar, but this is pretty expanded under Barbay. How do you feel like that line's coming along with that?
I think we're doing a good job. I think we're getting better week to week. With what we get, and I think we're only going to continue to get better and become more disciplined with that.
Going off of that, you guys only rushed for I think 30 yards at South Carolina, and I mean obviously took a step forward against Alabama. What was just I guess the talk amongst the group between those two games and making that jump last Saturday? I guess.
I would say just the game plan mainly. The schemes we're going up against, that always has a big deal with what we do on offense. So that can always play a role, but also we could have done a lot better up front blocking. So most of the time it's on us up front. So
who on that line is really standing out to you, especially some of the newer guys there who haven't had as much playing time? Who's really come along well?
I think collectively as a unit, I'm really proud of all the guys, how far they've come. Adjusting to a completely new system. I think it's been really big. Being with the guys every day, learning a new system. So yeah, I'm proud of everybody.
We've seen Dontari do his thing in practice. What's it like to get him healthy again, first and foremost, and to see him play like that against Alabama?
Yeah, being healthy is a big thing. Obviously, availability, and he had great production Saturday, which was big for him, especially with depth issues. And so it was good to see him make a stride, and we'll use him and need him in the near future. So
when you're in a situation where you face some adversity, the young guys I know kind of look to you older guys to know how to act and how to react. What's kind of been the message from the senior group to the rest of the roster?
Just kind of control what you can control. Obviously, there's not a lot of people that on the outside that like us right now, and so you just can't listen to a lot of that stuff, and just control what you can control. Coach Arnett says it all the time, and I mean it's the honest truth. You gotta, approach each day as its own day and its own hour, and down to the second, and just, that's kind of what I've done my whole career, and you just got to make sure that you're doing the little things, and then eventually, not when you want it, eventually it adds up, and hope for success.
Coach said this morning about being angry, team, coaches, everybody, but how do you channel that into productive anger, into getting better and not just beating yourselves up or getting mad about what's going on with the world around you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's good. You want to play with anger and stuff, but nothing, over the top, still within the constraints of your job, your assignment. But obviously, you got to play angry to play the sport. It's, especially on defense, with all 11 hats of the ball. Violent intentions, and so it's a good message. You got to be angry, but also within your job.
You mentioned after the South Carolina game, just wanting to get that identity back,
Yeah.
on defense. Do you feel like there's a chip on the shoulder, especially for some of these veteran guys, to continue to do that, to still improve and find some success this season?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of us, it's our last year. We don't want to, leave a bad legacy of bad defense here at State, and so we got to get back to doing our thing. Coach Brock puts us in great positions. He pushes us day in and day out. Can't say enough good things about him, and just but we got to give it back to him by doing our job and playing fast, physical, and aggressive, and like you said, get back to our identity.
Another thing that Coach talked about too, how do you, as an older guy, how do you tell the younger guys, don't look past this game towards the open date too? Yeah, we're coming halfway the season. It's been a long preseason, half a season, but you've got a job to take care of first. Then you can take a break.
Yeah, 100%. They're coming in here with nothing to lose. They should have beat Toledo, who's like, big time in their conference, and then they just come off a big win against Ball State. So they're rolling with momentum. We just came off some losses, and so you got to week in and week out, you got to play with maximum intensity, maximum focus, and then you can worry about the bye week getting healthy and stuff. So it's very, very focused.